Hey, what's happening, my dudes, and welcome back to the channel today. And in today's video, it's basically gonna be a story time, just playing against some people that are just toxic. So, the story time is basically I've worked at this place for too damn fucking long. All right, too damn fucking long, and the amount of gossip and the stories that have fucking happened at my job is absolutely insane, bro. Like, how is there not a fucking government investigation going on here, bro? For real. For real, for real. And what I mean by that is, there is just so many stories to, like, tell, bro. Like, I don't know which one is to go first, but I think I have one story. One story that can actually go first, which will be some type of crazy work stuff. But anyways, at my job, we have it is a buffet place, right? And I'm not gonna give out the fucking name yet, alright? But anyways, it is a buffet, and it's mostly for like kids to like go just to like have fun there, and it's just meant for the adults to just get rid of the kids so we can take care of them. But anyways, in this story, there was a party hall manager, right? A party hall manager, and I was just a busser at the time, right? But then I've worked my way up to becoming a supervisor. And from what I've heard from when I was like just a busser at the old location, we had this party hall manager named Ryan. Alright, Ryan, he interviewed all the party hosts, all everything that had to do with parties, basically. And let's just start off saying by he had a wife, alright? He has no kids, and he works there. Well, he was working there almost like every day. Every day. And so I was just chilling with my manager at the time, like my second highest manager, right? And then there was a party hall manager, and then I just walk in on them just talking about anything, right? And I tell them like they can just go ahead and talk, cause it's like I'm just here to do something real quick, and then I'll be out of y'all's fucking way. So then they just start talking, and then my fucking party hall manager guy just starts saying how he was smashing all of his party hoes, bro. All of his party hoes. Bro was like 20 something, bro. Bro, he would be hiring like the most diabolical girls that he could. And bro, he would get away with smashing on them, bro. Bro, cracking them, bro. Like, what? What is this place already, bro? But there was this one time he actually got way too comfortable with, well, with this one party hall uh host, and they got too comfortable, and she was going crazy for him, and she was convincing him to leave his wife and that they can start their own lives together, and he was like, fuck this shit. And he fucking fired her like the next couple weeks after like that first involve the first involvement of her saying that he needs to leave his wife for her. Like, what, bro? And from my understanding and from my knowledge, I don't know if any of the party hosts like ever spoke up about this happening. Like, apparently he was cracking every single one of them. Apparently. And bro, when I tell y'all we do no background checks, or they just promote anybody, bro. Promote anybody. And they gave it to him, bro. And then uh, couple weeks pass on through, and I bring up like the thing that him and my other manager were talking about, and then bro starts telling me some more stories, and apparently he actually got into one of his party hosts. And bro was talking about how hairy it was, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit, bro? Like, how is this possible to be having this shit at work, bro? For real. And I'm guessing bro had no standards at all. And then there would be times where he would say that he had to stay late for like some party host stuff, right? And he was over here sleeping with another girl, bruh. Another girl. And he would just tell his wife that he's busy at work. And, bruh, how is it that, well, that this woman actually believed that he had to stay for work for just party stuff, bruh? Like, how is that even possible? And by standards, he would tell me that one of them stank like a motherfucker, but he still was hitting it, bro. He was still hitting it, even though he said that it had a smell to it, bro. And I'm like, what? Ain't no way that you're doing this stuff still, though. And then on to the next story, because that's all that I honestly remember about my encounterment with that manager. Like, I never really spoke to him like that. I kind of just minded my own business until the juicy or stories just kept popping up out of nowhere. One of them is like the head of the manager, right? Well, like the guy that actually runs the store, right? The general manager. Bro, bro has a whole fucking wife. Bro has kids. Bro, he has a kid that works there. Apparently, my second highest manager walked in the office, right? Not like their main office, but like a different office. And apparently he was watching porn. And this motherfucker stood up, had the belt buckle his belt back together, and his phone just fell on the floor. And then all you see is just a fucking bulge, like on the bottom, bro. Like, ain't no way that you seen all this happening, bro. And then going back to that manager, alright? That manager, and his name was Paul, right? And the first guy that I was talking about was Ryan, alright? The party hall manager, Ryan. But this is like the actual main manager, which is Paul, right? We have two Pauls. This manager Paul, like, he got a story, right? But the second manager Paul, holy shit, bro. Bro, I cannot wait to get into those stories. But anyways, this one's not like a fucking, how should I say, like a juicy story, but it's kind of like interesting just because of how like America is and stuff like that. But anyways, we were closing down the first location, and basically when we open up a second location, the CEO guy can actually claim more back taxes. So he had opened up two stores, right? Well, he had another store open before the end of the year. And the projected plan was to finish in like 2021, I think it was, or like 2020. And anyways, uh, so the manager or just the CEO guy in general was able to claim two stores and get back $100,000 in taxes just because he had 2 stores open. And when I tell you he wanted that store open, no matter the issue, and when I tell you there were issues about having this store open, I kid you not, we were shut down like 7 times within like 1 month, bruh. Within 1 month, about 7 times, and this was like some diabolical shit. And I'm telling you, the fucking fire marshal kept coming out, the fire engine, saying that we had way too many people. When I tell you 3,000 people were outside waiting just to get in this bitch
Bro was so
and just to
butthurt,
eat
bro.
all the fucking food because they're all a bunch of being fat asses. I'm telling you. 7 times, bro. Just because there were wires that were just hanging on down, consistent over capacity, and then some other like regulation stuff just wasn't up to like the standard, and we we had to close so many times though, especially on a Saturday, where they wanted to fix it back up right then and there. Like, they were just money hungry and they tried everything and anything to just keep that store open, bruh. Because as soon as they made that first sale about that new store, like, they could already claim that store, like, on the taxes. And so they were just doing anything to just stay on open. And with that $100,000 actually getting moved on back into his account, our our manager who was like running the store, he has his own like construction crew, and he's like their actual boss, because he owns that shit. Well, anyways, bro got a fucking huge piece of that cut though. I don't know how much to be precisely accurate, but he did have enough to where he was already set to like retire, and within like a year after the store being up, he did actually retire. But when I tell you his people, all right. So our our manager who like just runs the store there, he is Mexican, all right, and I'm Mexican, and like no shame, but bro, he had Mexicans that literally were not even doing shit right, bro. Like I'm telling you, the whole store was just a whole mess. Fucking bathroom stalls on wrong. Fucking just spray paint it outside. Didn't even paint it right. Just fucking sprayed that shit on there. Easy done. Within a month, it was already washed off, bro. It was already washed off. And then they had to come repaint it again. And then what else? And the reason why they had to repaint it again was also because when we opened up, it was around like November time, but it was projected to open in like the next year, but like I said, like they didn't want to wait, and so that's another reason why we just kept getting shut down. The whole place just looked fucking just disgusting. Like, no actual effort. Like, I'm telling you, like, we were just trying to be open and just be open so that we can make money. And then there was this one time where where the restrooms actually were not going down no more, right? A fucking uh toilet stalls were just filling up and stuff like that. And uh the manager that's in charge of the store, Paul, right? Paul? I just keep forgetting to say his fucking name, bro. Fuck. But anyways, Paul called up the owner, right? and the owner said, I don't care what you have to do, just order like some porta potties and just put them outside. And I'm like, what the fuck? Bro does not care that his whole store is fucking sinking in dirty ass water inside the restrooms. Like he just wants that shit to stay open and order porta potties for his customers. Like, bro, that doesn't just scream that I just want your money and I don't care how shitty my fucking place is. Like, bro, what? Bro, I'm telling you, the most diabolical stories that I've been told here is just kind of cringe, but just how should I put the word? I don't know what the exact word that I'm looking for, but I'm just gonna say it's just some diabolical shit, though, to be honest, bro. But anyways, I do have some more stories though. I just really gotta get better at storytelling, cause sometimes, bro, like I just take too long to just say it. But I'm just trying to give like every detail as I possibly can that I remember. But yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope that y'all enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch y'all all in the next one, and maybe some more storytime videos, because last time I did one was probably like a year ago, to be honest. But anyways, I will catch y'all later, and y'all have a great day. Deuces, my dudes.
All hail the Dark Lord of Kill Streaks. Diplomacy he's become famous for.